So hello and welcome to So Damn Local TV show. We share local stories of what's going on around town in Amsterdam, also local interviews with Amsterdammers and all sorts really. My name's Cathy, Leung.
And I'm Rabiega. We had a short break for about 3 months during the winter. Now we're back for our spring edition of So Damn Local. Cathy, what have you been up to?
Well, I was still making a bit of television. We shared a new series, Amsterdam Startup Stories. We had lots of Amsterdam business women sharing their startup stories, Zeze Payers and stuff. What were you up to?
I was doing quite a lot of gigs, quite a lot of stand-up comedy gigs. I was at the Mesrab, I was at Natty Anita's, I was at Bart Bukowski's, which is just on the corner over here. So if any of our viewers were at any of those shows, you may have seen me. And stick around and come to more of my shows.
Okay, and what's on today's So Damn Local?
What we've got on today is I did an interview with a local band called Skip and Die. Super nice guys. The lead singer, Cathy, super great woman. And we also have a short film about a hammam in the local area.
And I made a couple of short films. I tested out some rain capes on my bicycle in the rain just for you, and a short tour of some gardens, front gardens in Oude Vest, Breda Rodestraat, where they've got loads of pots blooming, so I'll give you a taste of that. And then at the end of the show we'll also share some events that are going on around in Amsterdam in May and June.
Don't forget to tweet us at So Damn Local with any of your ideas for the show. And if you guys are aspiring filmmakers, please contact us so that we can have maybe one of your films on the show in the future.
So we're in Oosterpark today. It's in the Dapper Bird, the Indisch neighbourhood. And I don't often come to this park town, do you?
I do not, but I was hearing quite a lot of positive things about it. The gemeente Amsterdam has done quite a big clean-up here, let's say, just to spruce it up a little bit, make it a bit more safer for everybody, and just give it that kind of element that maybe Vondel Park would have.
Good. Yeah, I mean, it's really lovely. I like the east because it seems like there's more space. I always feel like I can breathe. There's more air, there's more sky. And certainly it's a nice day to be here.
Coming up next, we've got a short film about a local hammam that's been taken over in 1992. It's a family-run business. And Amelia and David are going to show you their film next.
Nou, welkom hier in Amsterdam, in mijn badhuis. Oosterse Vrouwenbadhuis, hammam. En bestaat Zandstraat 88 en 1013 RW. Ik ben Ramoutar en ik kom uit Suriname. En vanaf 1992 heb ik hammam, deze bedrijf. Hammam is een ontspanningplaats. Hammam, iedereen die een beetje verkouden is, die een beetje last van reuma heeft, dan kan je naar hammam gaan. Hammam is voor iedereen die wil hier komen, voor alle categorieën, alle landgenoten. En van de hele werelddeel komen ze hier. Badderen, schrobben, masseren, alles wordt hier gedaan. En gezellig contact leggen, elkaar onderling. En dan gaan ze ook met vakantie onderling. We hebben een naam gegeven, Oosterse Vrouwenbadhuis. Dat wil niet zeggen dat Oosterse mensen komen. Nee, er komen hele wereld mensen. En dat zijn iedereen is welkom. Want dit was het volksbuurt en het is nog steeds volksbuurt. Ja, zijn andere categorie mensen, andere buitenlands mensen, zijn het soort mengelmoes geworden. Het is niet meer alleen Hollands Vroeger was alleen Hollands. En dit was vroeger Hollandse badhuis hier. Ik ben hier gewoon zelf in de buurt. Ik ben ook geweest hier als klant badhuis geweest. En het badhuis was 5 dagen open in de week. En dan ga je naar het badhuis, want thuis had je geen badhuis. Geen douche, geen mogelijkheid voor douchecabine en zo. Dus wat moet je doen? Moet je naar het badhuis gaan. Ik ben al jaren hier gewoond in de buurt. Ik ben jaren gebruik van gemaakt hier.
بسكوت الظهري يتكسر الحنين إذا رح تهجر حبيبي ورح تنساني يا حبيبي إذا رح تهجر حبيبي.
Ik ben getrouwd met een Marokkaanse vrouw en zij runt het hammam. Het hammam is voor haar en ik ben alleen buitenkant, een technisch dienst. En steun ik hem alle boodschappen doen en andere dingen doen. Maar zij is de baas hier. Zij neemt mensen aan. Zij stuurt mensen weg. En dat is allemaal voor haar. Zo is het in feitelijk. Daardoor kan ik het hammam blijven draaiend houden. Met z'n tweeën. Zeker. Heel veel. Veel meer gezelligheid in hammam dan alleen Hollands. Ja, want alle categorie mensen komen met een verhaal, met de geschiedenis. En dat wordt zo boeiende. Ja? Wij hebben hier buikdanseres af en toe wordt geregeld. Buikdanseressen komen ze. En dan is het helemaal vrij gezellig avond wordt het gedaan. Meisjes die gaan trouwen, die komen hier. Dat is verschrikkelijk een mooi plaats is er hier voor allerlei categorie mensen. Ik heb plezier in. En ik hoop dat de klanten ook plezier in hebben die hier komen. Nou, dat is het. Ja.
So that was Amelia and David's beautiful film about a local hammam with lots and lots of character and a bit of social history thrown in. Our next film is completely different, about a local band, Skip and Die. And now I've asked the makers to tell me what this band is kind of like, and they've kind of struggled. They're really eclectic. They mention all these different influences. It's just too hard. So you're going to have to watch the video and find out for yourselves.
And when the magic runs away, I hear somebody ask when will love stay. And when my blue eyes turn to black, I hear somebody ask me love fight back. I hang around and you go down, down, down. We burn the bridges to the ground. You hang around and I go down, down, down. We pick the pieces up the ground.
You guys are, I wouldn't like to say a Dutch band, but you tour a lot in Holland. How would you best describe your sound or your style of music?
Well, in a sense, you can call us a Dutch band because we started here. I mean, I'm South African originally, but the band actually started in Holland. This is really where it all started for us. Our very first show, I think, ever was here in Paradiso. So how I would explain to people who don't know what my sound is?
Yeah, just kind of the sound of the band. I mean, the way you guys described it on your website is a pan-tropical future bass. I've never heard that kind of description before, so...
Yeah, it is kind of something we made up to an extent, because at the time there wasn't really like a genre that really fully kind of explained. There still isn't really one genre that explains what we do, but it kind of, it's a good base to work from because the sounds that we make are very tropical. There's different sounds from all over the globe, kind of like folk sounds, like, but mixed with like bass music, so really hard, heavy rhythms and electronics and stuff. But it's really a mix of all kinds of genres. We're not purists. We're not afraid to just take whatever we enjoy and just mash it up into like this big like audio soup.
So you mentioned you were South African, but you've lived in Portugal, you've lived in Spain, you've lived in the UK, you've lived in Argentina, you've lived in Holland.
Yeah.
How much has like your South African roots influenced your sound?
Yeah. Well, I've lived in all these different places, and I really feel that each place has become part of me and part of my culture. And once again, I can't be a purist because I've become all these different cultures. And but I've always had, South Africa is the place that I was born, I was made, I grew up for the first few years of my life. And leaving somewhere also for me at least, it worked in the way that it made me even more connected to the place, because you romanticize it a bit. So you're constantly thinking, you're kind of nostalgic about home. And so for the first album, I really wanted to connect to South Africa and see what was happening with people my age making music, because I left when I was small. So I wanted to revisit that, being the artist I am now. And so the very first album was actually a road trip through South Africa, meeting a lot of different South African artists and musicians and stuff. And so I really feel like I connected to a different part of myself and the country, So I found that it was very inspiring. And it's influenced me a lot, but it's not the sole thing that influences me in my music, because of all the different other things that I've. Yeah.
So your first album, Riots in the Jungle, which is the one you just mentioned, the thing that I enjoyed the most is the interviews you did on the street with like the local people, and how you mixed that into your songs. Was that just something that came to your mind as you guys were doing it, or had you planned it ahead of time, or how did you?
No, this was all just really spontaneous stuff. It really was just us taking one of these with wherever we go and just recording whatever. These were just conversations. There weren't interviews or anything. It was just really like a glimpse of what we were experiencing. Yeah.
Your alias, aka Kata Pirata, where does that come from?
Well, my mom's side of the family are actually pirates. Okay. Yeah. They're from Reunion Island, in the Indian Ocean. And we've actually done a few tours there as well, which was really special because I got to go to the little village that my pirate ancestors had founded.
That's incredible.
It was crazy, yeah. So and we also have another band that we work with that are from Reunion Islands. We did a track with them called Maloya Magic. Their band is called Lindigo, and I feel like we're family.
Part of being a band is touring. Is that one of your favorite parts of the job, or do you prefer studio time? What is the thing that gives you the most energy out of doing this?
Yeah, I definitely love touring. I really, really, really love touring.
Really, really love touring.
Really. And I must say, I mean, we had been touring for about 4 years straight. That was pretty intense. After a while, after a while I was like, okay, maybe I need to stabilize my life a little bit, because you're constantly traveling and you're constantly kind of like sleep deprived and just giving so much energy, and sometimes you're kind of like burning the candle at both ends. And the thing is, like, also with tours, you never know what to expect. Sometimes you rock up somewhere and you think, oh, these people are never gonna know who we are, and everyone's gonna think we're weird, you know, and then it's the craziest concert, you know, so it really, it's really hard to tell what's gonna work or what isn't, you know, it's...
Always out of step with the world. My body never lies. Oh, my body never lies. Body never lies. I'm a space girl. As I'm a space girl, 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 girl. I'm a space girl, girl.
So for 2017, you said you guys are going to be releasing your third album, or the aim is to release your third album. You'll be doing some touring as well, I expect?
So we'll be doing a lot of the European summer festivals, throughout the summer. So that's the plan for now. And then if we release the album at the end of 2017, we'll probably do some club tours or so. But that's not set in stone at this point.
Right, folks, that was Kata Pirata from Skip and Die. Check them out if you can. I listened to their 2 albums and they're really, really awesome. Something different, something new, something to transport you into another place. And check them out when you can. Thanks for watching. Ciao. Right, and that was my interview with Kat from Skip and Die. I must say I had a really great time doing that interview with her. Their next concert will be on the 5th of May at the Bevrijdingsdag Festival in the Oosterpark. If you don't have the time or you didn't manage to catch that, don't worry. There'll be lots of other concerts. They'll be doing lots of other gigs in and around Amsterdam and the Netherlands. And our next short film is Cathy testing raincoats and making a tit of herself.
It's raining, tears from my eyes, since you've gone.
So, we Amsterdammers cycle a lot, but it also rains a lot. And a normal raincoat just doesn't seem to do the trick. Well, every now and then you see people cycling around with a rain cape. So we wondered, is that the way forward? We've got hold of a few, and here's what we found. This style of rain cape is as cheap as chips and easily found on the Dutch high street. But are they any good cycling in the rain? Well, this one gives full-length coverage, and I haven't even got it caught in the wheels yet. The tie is a bit fiddly, but it works. It's extremely lightweight, and it looks a little bit like a transparent plastic bag. But it's probably okay if you're broke and you need a quick high street fix. This mid-range option already has a load of extras, like a front pocket, poppers in the armholes, the material's better quality, and reflective elements. I still got my thighs wet, but if I could have figured out the arm loops, that might have helped. At the top end of the market, this rain cape has been imported from the US without too much hassle. And it comes with all this. You can't see it here, but in the dark, the whole cape has a reflective grid, and there's loads of choice of designs with this rain cape. It's very quick drying. Actually, there's way too many features to mention here. For more about rain capes, see broadcastamsterdam.nl. So it may not have been my best video, but it was a bit of fun. I don't know. You have to try these things out, so I thought we'll show people what they're all about, different rain capes.
It's very brave of you.
Would you ever wear one?
A rain cape? Well, if I had to. Otherwise, I'd just take a car.
Well, you're lucky because I made 2 films for this episode, but this one I think is much better. It's like a beautiful film shot around Oude West. There's a street, Brede Rode Straat, and they've got quite a lot of people who've grown stuff in pots on the street, and it really makes the street different. It gives it a great vibe. It's got health benefits as well, and I met Monique and she told me a lot about their street and their gardening. Have a look. Welcome to Brede Rode Straat. This street in Oude West may have some of the most impressive front gardens in Amsterdam. And Amsterdam doesn't really do front gardens. Okay, they're mostly containers. But there's a retail unit and a chill-out zone. We spoke with resident Monique to find out more about the Brede Rode Straat street gardens.
My idea is, if I put enough flowers, the butterflies in Oosterpark, they can send food from 3 kilometers, so they'll come across. But I have to make a good offer. These are irises. It's obviously not quite there yet. But it's nice if you take a before and after picture, because 6 months from now it should be more interesting.
That's a really good mint.
It's for many people the one plant that they can all recognize. Oh, peppermint, it doesn't matter. Even the biggest plant hater. So you can kind of... Then there's another one. The periwinkle. I'm a great fan of the periwinkle. Let me show you. And once you got it, actually... Here, let me give you this one, because I have an awful lot of it. It makes garlands and purple pentagram flowers. Here.
Is that the periwinkle?
That's the periwinkle.
Cool.
Yes. Angelica archangel plant. And they use it in booze and they use it anti-plague. And it's one of my favorites. All the monks, Benedictine drink, they put this. Cointreau. And Chinese use it a lot too. Yeah, this one, I have to clip him, but I'm afraid to hurt him. So I have to see which bit is dead. I'm going to give it, because it's not very elegant right now. It has to, I can't work it out. Gentleman's comfrey, I'm so fond of it.
That's a very good one. It's very big.
Yeah, it needs a lot of water, this guy. And I've given it a cross because he was lying down. I'm dying of thirst. No, that's just been planted, but it's still thirsty. You need to drink. Akkelei is nice, and once you got it, it's it comes back. Conifers, you buy a little one for $2.50, and 5 years later, they grow quick, these bastards. Here a little bit.
This is a grapevine.
Yes, grapevine. En het is wel kept and clipped. Hoi. Hij gaat goed, jouw druiven. Yes, the owner of the vineyard. Yeah, but next week, provided it doesn't die from drought, it will be very amazing.
Yeah, it's just about to come out.
Yeah, yeah. It absorbs negativity and aggression. You know, having more green, it makes... Hoi. It makes people less aggressive. It absorbs the aggression.
And now, as promised, our take on the things happening around town this spring. The World Press Photo Exhibition for 2017 is on at the Nieuwe Kerk in Dam Square until the 9th of July. Amsterdam gets to see it first, as always. There's a full outdoor program of music, dance theater and more at the Oosterpark Openlucht Theater, running all the way from May to September. The Rollende Kokens Festival of Food Trucks is back in town for an extra long edition at the end of May. Pretty sure you'll find something to suit your tastes. From the 25th of May, you can see over 400 objects and documents from the personal collections of Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro as part of Martin Scorsese, the exhibition at the Eye Film Museum. Get some ink inspiration, or some actual ink, at the Amsterdam Tattoo Convention at Rai in the last weekend of May, with special guest Mr. Matt Gone and plenty of live music. You can get your laughs outdoors at the new comedy night at Dock at the City Beach in the Houthavens. The first edition is on Saturday, the 3rd of June, with headline act Greg Shapiro. If you're a photographer, you can enter the Amsterdam Urban Photo Race on the 10th of June. It takes 12 hours, 18 photos, and lots of creative talent.
So that was the spring edition of So Damn Local. I just want to thank all our filmmakers and everybody we got to interview for this special episode. And enjoy your summer, and hopefully see you around town sometime.
But don't forget to follow us, Twitter at So Damn Local, and also Broadcast Amsterdam. We have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Broadcast Amsterdam. There'll be some news. We've got big developments coming, so keep an eye on our website and our social media. But bye for now. Maybe see you in the summer.
See ya.
Interviews with local people. No, the sun. Oh, the dog, yeah, okay.
Coming up next, we've got a video made by
So hello and welcome to So Damn Local TV show. That bird was quite loud.
and please don't forget to let's do this again.
I can't do this because there's a trash can, so...
The makers to tell me what this band is kind of like, and they've kind of struggled. They're really eclectic. They mention all these different influences. My name is Cathy, Leung.
And I'm Jens Rabiega. And that was wrong. Sorry.
Right. I did it wrong at first. I'll
Okay.
keep going.